All or nothing is your own self-sabotage. Good morning, my friends, and welcome to today's episode of Coffee Talk. I am your host, Roxanne Marbs. And if you haven't done so, click that like and follow button so you never miss another episode, another post, another workout. You will get notified when we go live. Good morning, my friends. Happy Monday. Who do we have out there today? It's the start of a new challenge. I am super excited. It's going to be a good time. I've got my little check board out there to check off the workouts as we get them done. Good morning, my friends. Karen, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy to have you back with me. I feel like I just saw you. Heather, good morning. Coach, good morning, my friend. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I had a busier weekend than I anticipated, got a lot done, but I feel good about that today. You know, there was a moment last night where I was like, why didn't I rest more this weekend? But I got a lot done, and I feel the weight. I feel the weight lifted off of my shoulders. Who else do we've got on here? We've got Janet, Sarah, good morning. Corey, good morning. Coach and Clutch, Kendra, good morning. Kylie, good morning. Kim, good morning. Amy, morning. Deanna, good morning. Dee Dee, good morning. Was a rough start, but feeling good now after the basics. I'm good to hear that. That's kind of going to be, I like that, Dee Dee. I feel like maybe, you know how people say, you're reading my journal, Roxanne. You may be reading the notes to my coffee talk today. Carrie, good morning. Starting a new job, getting the kids off to school. I like it. Wait, is that all one thing or is that two things? Starting a new job, getting the kids off to school, or is the new job getting the kids off to school? Stacy, good morning. Jenny, good morning. I love it. The title of today's episode is All or Nothing is Your Own Self-Sabotage. Hootsek, good morning. Carrie, two different things. All right, well, congratulations. How exciting. How exciting. All right, so it's the start of something new, at least for BBF right now. It's the very first day, Carrie, good morning, of our 15 and 6 challenge. So super excited. Now, if you aren't doing this, maybe like Carrie's got a couple of things. She's starting a new job today. So it's like a new challenge. There's this new excitement. There's this nervousness. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Whenever there's something new and fresh, I start out guns blazing. Like I'm all excited. I print off all the materials. I get a cool little binder. I made that, we were going to check off the workouts as we get them done. Like I get super excited. And then there are times shortly after this excitement starts to fade off that I feel like quitting. Yes, even I, in moments, feel like quitting. It could just be a day. I might be tired. I might be frustrated about something. I might be stressed about something. I might be sad. And of course, I too want to just give up in the moment. I want to give up. But, there's moments I'm not confident in who I am. But I've learned one major lesson on this journey. You can only avoid these emotions for so long. And succumbing to them usually makes the situation worse. So there are lots of times where I try to pretend that these things aren't happening. And I push them away and I push them away thinking that I can push through them. And that normally doesn't work well for me because I usually end up crashing and burning. Sarah, good morning. So you can't outrun these emotions. And even though like I get on here and I'm joyful and I'm positive, I still have to face these emotions. If I have a day where I feel like crying, I'm gonna cry. If I have a day where I'm feeling angry or I'm feeling stressed, I usually say to Chuck, you know what? I'm feeling angry today. I don't have a reason for it, or I do have a reason for it, and I have to go through those emotions. If you try to not go through those emotions, they're gonna come out one way or another, and eventually. Sarah, good morning. Kimberly, good morning. Lisa, good morning. Happy birthday, Sarah. I love it. You have to face these things head on. And I know none of us want to do that because we don't, number one, usually it involves some sort of conflict. And Lord knows we don't want any conflict. We don't want to rock the boat. So we try to pretend things are okay. But you can only build strength and confidence by facing some of these things head on. You got to face them head on. I know that's tough, but the only way you're going to build that strength and confidence for the next time is to do it this time. So you got to have those hard conversations. And again, I have said this for the past 18 months. You just have to come from a place of love. If the person or the situation isn't really receptive of it, that's on either them or the situation. But you got to have these conversations. You got to do it. Maybe the conversation is with yourself. Maybe you're not facing something that you need to face. Jody, good morning. You've got to have your own back. You have to be your biggest supporter. A lot of times we look to others. We look to our spouse, we look to our friends, we look to whoever. We look to others for that support or other people to have our back. If you don't have it, nobody else will. So you have to start. You have to believe in you. And like everything, this is not going to be easy, especially if you've never done it before. If you are somebody who struggles to believe in yourself, if you're somebody who has struggled to have hard conversations, this is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but I think something we've learned along the way is this journey is not an easy one. There's obstacles everywhere we turn. There's something, right? We have to figure out how to go through the obstacle instead of always going around it, because there's always going to be obstacles and you can only avoid them for so long. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to face situations that you want to avoid. You're going to have to face situations that maybe you've avoided your whole life. You have to face them. This journey, this health and fitness journey, it's like everything else out there. There are going to be some bad days. There are going to be days where you fall off the wagon. You might even fall off the wagon for a couple of days, a week, maybe a month. But you've got to learn how to pick yourself back up and get back on that wagon. Lori, oh wow, how did you know I needed this? I'm going into a day that I have to do this and I feel anxiety building. So thank you for validating that I can do this. And I want to tell you guys, like I cannot stand conflict. I would rather avoid a situation all day long. I don't like to have conflict, but I've learned if you don't have those hard conversations, what happens? You end up making yourself sick, going over all the things in your head, all the things that you want to say, all the things you should say, all the things you wished you had done or wouldn't done. So you got to get that out somehow. Otherwise it sits there and you lose sleep. You feel the heart pounding, you get the headachy, all of those things. You have to face these situations head on. Even at that, you're still going to fall. You're still going to fall. You're still going to fail. You're still going to have hard learning moments. You're still going to have bad experiences. You're still going to have really tough times of growth. It takes a lot of time, and that still doesn't mean that everything at some point is going to be perfect. That's not realistic. It's part of the journey, and yes, it really does suck at times. It really does suck. You know, there's that quote out there that says, embrace the suck. That's what this is. You know, people will use that as a way to like be aggressive and whatever in their workouts, embrace the suck. But take it a step further. Embrace the suck in other areas of your life. Like those of us who don't love to be in the kitchen, embrace the suck. Those of us that don't want to get up early to work out, embrace the suck. Those of us that don't want to get our water in, embrace the suck. That suck could be anything for you guys, but what is it? What is it that you need to work on? Now, do you have the courage to believe in yourself no matter what? I saw so many people now doing this 15 and 6, and we've got our meal plans ready, right? Like, is this you? Are you set up for the week? If this is you, I want you to raise your hand. You know when you're working out, you are ready for your 4 S's. You've got your meal plan all figured out. You've got the groceries ready. They're ready. They're prepped. Everything is good to go. If this is you out there, I want you to raise your hand. I want you to raise your hand. And what if your perfectly planned week doesn't go perfectly? What if you miss a workout? What if you miss that meal? What if you miss that snack? Are you going to give in? Are you going to give up? I want to know for real. Is that your MO? You have one slip up, one bad moment, and then you give up? Heather's ready to go for the week. I love it. Do you give up? do you say, all right, this happened, I'm going to pick it up at the next meal. I'm going to make sure that I get this workout done later, or I'm going to make sure I get up for tomorrow's workout. Even if you have everything perfectly planned, I guarantee that if it's not this week, it's going to be next week. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen, and there's going to be a wrench thrown into your plan. What are you going to do about it? Are you that all or nothing person who says, well, I missed this one meal, so you know what? I'm done for today. I'm done for this challenge. Have you done that before? I know this happens because every month we start a new challenge, and that first week I see all the names. I see all the done check marks. I see all the 4 S's, and people they're guns blazing. They're going hot. And then week 2 happens, and half of them are gone. And then week 3 happens, and the other half of them are gone. One thing happened, or we were tired, or we were sore, or we were frustrated, and we were overwhelmed. And instead of taking a moment or taking a day off, we quit. We give up on ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves enough to take that moment and then pick back up and start again. Carrie, day by day. I love that. I love it. Heather, this is going to be huge on my vacation next week. I can only plan for so much. That's right. You can only plan for so much. So what do you control? What can you control? What are you committed to? And what are you going to be a little relaxed about? That needs to be the plan. When we say it's all or nothing, that is our own way of self-sabotaging. And we've done it to ourselves for years. I know we have. We are our own worst critics. We are our own worst sabotagers. We can say it's our spouse because they bring the candy in. They bring all the bad foods in. It's their faults. That's playing with fire, my friends. That's playing with fire when we start to push that blame onto somebody else. Julie, life happens. It does. And that's what we have to prepare for. I love that you guys have your plans. I love that you have your binders. I love that the groceries are ready. We're off by a meal this week. We are already starting off. Chuck was gone on Saturday, and I had 2 meals to make, and I decided I was not going to make one of those meals, and I ordered myself sushi, and I sat at home all by myself and enjoyed it. And now I'm a day behind. I don't give up. I just shift my schedule. I keep on going with exactly what's planned now. Now, does that mean come Friday or Saturday there might not be another wrench thrown in? Who knows? Who knows? But I just know that whatever it is, I'm going to pick myself right back up. And I'm going to keep on moving forward. Karen, I tell myself the don't slash all 4 tires analogy all the time. And it's so true, right? How many of you missed your smoothie today? How many of you missed your smoothie today? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to miss it tomorrow too? Are you maybe going to try and get it in this afternoon? Are you done with smoothies for the whole week now? That's where you have to learn all or nothing. It isn't all or nothing. That is something that was created somewhere out in the world, but I don't know who. And we use that as a term to describe ourselves. Either I'm all in or I'm nothing. What good has that done you? How far has that gotten you? Have you succeeded in hitting your goals with that mentality? Is that the mentality that you're telling your kids? Well, if you can't ace that test, don't even bother taking it. If you can't pass that test, don't even bother studying for it. You know what? You have a dentist appointment this afternoon. Don't even bother going to school this morning. Do we teach our kids all or nothing? Of course not. So why do we use that on ourselves? What else do we got here? What else do we got? Corey, I'm ready. Had this something this morning. I let the dog out. She rolled in something smelly. I had to bathe her, and workout was later than I wanted. A wrench, that's what it is. I had a wrench this morning. Right? You do what you can. Maybe you wouldn't have got your workout in today. So what would have been the next plan? Getting it in later, doing a fit challenge at lunch, or just saying, I'm going to get this in tomorrow, right? Dee Dee, I still keep picking myself up. Last couple of months had some hiccups, but I believe. She believes in herself. You are worth it. You are worth it. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that, my friends. You are going to make it. You will succeed. You have to trust in the process and in yourself. You have to trust the process and you have to trust yourself. They go hand in hand. They're synergistic. You can't trust in the process and not believe in yourself. Both have to happen, and we have to give them time to happen. So today, if you're already having fears, if you're already stressed out, if you're already overwhelmed, maybe you got into the challenge a little bit late and you're like, look at all of this paperwork. Look at all of these things that I have to print out. Maybe this week you just focus on the fitness. Maybe you take all week to print off your materials. Maybe you get your binder together next week. Maybe you start just the 4 S's next week. But there's no reason to not do this 6 weeks. There's no reason at all. You're in. You're in. What are you going to do with it? I believe in you. I have your back. But do you believe in you? Do you believe in your ability to see this through? All right, my friends, that's where I'm going to leave it today. I'm so happy you guys were with me. Thank you so much. If you love this episode, please like it. Please share it. Tag me in it. I would appreciate that so much. Make it your mission today to go out and make somebody else smile. Maybe reach out to somebody who you know is struggling and say, hey, I know you're struggling. I'm here for you. I can be here for you. I can be that ear, my friends. I love you and I appreciate you, Rebecca. I prepped several meals yesterday, but I know life will happen, which I have to still work on because I have always been that perfectionist. I've been there. I've been there too. And for whatever reason, that goes way back for me. And it was my way of self-sabotaging. It was my way of throwing my hands up and saying, I'm done. Until it wasn't. All right, my friends, I love you all. Go out, have a fantastic day. I will see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. You are amazing. Don't you forget it.